Man, oh man, that's good. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Mom. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and this week we are continuing our series of recipes from Mom with love. Mom flew home, so she's not here, but I wanted to keep going with one of these, and this is one of them that's in the recipe book, and I don't know that I've ever had this one. This is one of Lisa's, and I like to call it Grandma Lisa because it makes her feel old, even though we're the same age. So here you go, Grandma Lisa. All right, so this one's going to be a mac and cheese dish, and what's interesting about this is the ingredients in this are actually going to be elbow macaroni. You need a pound of that. I'm making a half batch size of this, but I want to call out the full recipe. So it's a pound of noodles, salt and pepper to taste. We're going to use 6 cups of cottage cheese, 6 cups. We're going to use 4 cups of sour cream. We need 2 eggs, and then salt and pepper to taste. You can put Rotel in this if that's what you want, and then just some shredded cheddar cheese when we get ready to bake it. So those are the ingredients. Let's give this one a try. All right, first things first, we want to just go ahead and boil up our noodles. You're going to follow the instructions exactly as they call. I'm doing them for 7 minutes. That's what this recipe calls for. We'll do them right at 7. We want them to be a little bit al dente because we're going to bake this again when we're done. All right, the water's up to a boil. We're going to start with actually boiling up our noodles. And in this case, we're using these barilla noodles. And what I like about these is they have little ridges on the elbows themselves. I know it sounds silly, but if you're going to have something that has a sauce on it or a cheese sauce like this, having those ridges is just one more place for that sauce to adhere to. So we're going to use these. I'm going to mix these up for a minute here just to keep them from sticking to the bottom while this gets back up to a boil. The bubbles will keep them from sticking. They'll kind of move that water around, but it cooled off a little bit as these dropped in. So we'll just take another minute here. Hey Siri, set a 7-minute timer.
7 minutes, counting down.
All right, 7 minutes is up. Stir this up and we'll strain these guys out. Hey, you can see how much bigger they got, and you might be able to see those ridges. That'll help hold all that cheese on there. All right, we got the grill on right now. It's just getting up to temperature. We're starting to get some nice smoke here. I have a little tray placed upside down in here, a grate, so that the pot is up above it when we actually cook this. We'll show you that in just a minute, but let's get this up at 350 now. 225, 250, 350. All right, we'll wait for this to come up to temperature. All right, so now we're just gonna go ahead and start assembling this. I got a very large mixing bowl to mix this all together in, and then we'll pour it into our baking dish. But this is one of the things I love about cooking outside. You know, you can just drain these noodles, well, right over a little tiny outdoor table and then rinse it off with a hose. So it's so nice to be able to do that. All right, so we have our macaroni in here. And again, keep in mind, I'm doing half this size. So for me, I'm doing a half a pound of noodles, and it's quite a bit. To this, we're going to add in 3 cups of cottage cheese, and again it's 3 cups because the recipe calls for 6 and I'm cutting this one in half. Same thing with the sour cream. We're going to put 2 cups of sour cream in. The recipe calls for 4, so again we are doubling that. So we will start with our cottage cheese. I'm using a good cottage cheese here. I like this Breakstones brand, but you know, look, everybody's got their favorite. You do you, boo, as they say. Do the same thing with our sour cream. Look at it, dolloped right in there. Good deal. Now I'm going to mix this up a little bit before I put the eggs in, mainly just because I don't want the eggs to hit the warm noodles and start to cook immediately. I want to be able to mix them all in. So this will help cool down our noodles a little bit more. I didn't bother running them under cold water. That's good. We can put our egg in here, and again, the recipe calls for 2, but I'm doing this in half, so only doing 1 egg. Oh, there's an interesting color egg. And now we just want to salt and pepper to taste. Now, my recipe doesn't call for an exact amount here, so for cheddar cheese, I'm going to use a handful. How's that for an accurate measurement? There we go. 1 handful of cheese. Let's just go ahead and mix this up. Just want to mix it thoroughly. And we're going to put it in a pan and bake it, or in our case, smoke it. Definitely want to mix that egg all throughout here, though.
Over here. Yeah, right here. Hey, do me a favor. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more like it, subscribe to the channel and click on that little bell notification so you get notified of new videos. Thanks.
All right, now we just want to go ahead and put it in a baking dish, and we're going to cover the top with cheddar cheese. Let's show you what it looks like. All right, now it's just a matter of putting this right into our baking dish. Now, when we do this in the house, we do it in like a 9 by 13 tall dish, kind of about the size of like a brownie dish, but tall. And Deb uses the, she uses Pampered Chef dishes, but she doesn't like that I do them out here on the smoker. So she bought me all these things called crock rocks. They're designed to go up to like 450 degrees, so they'll be a little bit more rugged than I think the Pampered Chef ones are. Sprinkle some cheddar cheese right on top of this. Let me zoom in and show you what that looks like, and then we're going to pop this in the smoker. We'll do it for anywhere from 35 to 40 minutes. That's probably about how long. We just want this to be nice and bubbly and melted. There we go. So we are sitting right at 350 degrees. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to put it right on top of that upside down rack. And the reason I'm doing that is just to lift this up just a bit so we don't get a ton of heat right over that fire pot. All right, this has been on for about 35 minutes. I'm going to turn the camera around. We'll slide this thing forward and let you take a look at it. All right, that's bubbling away. Let me pull this out and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, let me show you just what that looks like in there. Holy Hannah, is that bubbling away? All right, with this out, just go ahead and grab a little bit of this. Again, these are my recipes with love from Mom. Thank you, Lisa. This one looks pretty darn good. I wasn't sure about the cottage cheese, but that looks amazing. All right, let's give it a shot. It's going to be hot. That is really good. Really good. That's not as it's not as sort of rich as like the mac and cheese I'm normally used to. That's made with a lot of milk and a lot of just grated cheddar cheese. It's almost light. Man, that's good though. Well, this is a good one. I'll put the recipe down in the links below. Well, I'll check with Lisa first. If she says it's okay, the recipe will be down below. But this is a good one, and you saw what I put in it, so you could probably wing it and make it. But man, oh man, that's good. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Mom. Ooh, it's hot though. Need to let it cool down just a little bit more. Safe and happy grilling, y'all. Bye now. Oh, good. You're still here. Hey, check out this one right here. This is all of our PitBoss Pellet Series smoking videos, and down here, all of the Blackstone ones. Hope you enjoy them.